Thank you very much, Dr. Rajiv Chaudhary. It's always a pleasure to be in your course. I'll be talking about pushing the limit in femtocataract surgery. So essentially what we are looking at is as to how femtocataract can help us in doing difficult cases. So we need to really push in these cases. When you look at refractive cataract surgery done by the femtolaser, there are 4 steps, as you are aware, which is done by the femto, which is the capsulorhexis, lens fragment, incision, and arcuate capsulotomy. We have both the machines, the Catalyst and the Lensex, but we are normally now using the liquid optics interface, which is on the Catalyst system, because it gives a gentle dock with minimum IOP rise, and it is relatively atraumatic to the conjunctival tissue. You don't get the cherry red spot, and it is also safe in post-trabeculectomy patients. There is no corneal deformation, and therefore the patient is much more comfortable during the procedure, and you do not get posterior corneal folds. When you are looking at the original laser systems, when they were applanating very hard, you used to get posterior corneal folds, and therefore these folds or the undulations led to tags or uncut area on the capsule. So because the laser energy is not fired appropriately through that, so that is the problem. And most of the cases now with the liquid interface, we are getting a free floating capsulotomy and an effective nucleus fragmentation that is happening. Now this is just to share with you a white cataract. A white intumescent cataract is something which is a problem when you have to do it otherwise, but you can see that in case of a femto, you can get the capsulotomy, which is almost free floating and easy to remove. When I came in, Dr. Chaudhary was talking about it. You could do a femtolaser assisted cataract surgery in a small pupil after placing the Malyugin ring. Normally, if the dock is very gentle, as is in the case of a Catalyst, you could first place a ring and then go back again and remove the viscoelastic and go back again with a tight chamber and go ahead and do the entire femtolaser procedure. Now, when you are looking at the image-guided system, the advantage of the image-guiding system, especially say in posterior polar cataracts, is that you can actually image the back part of the lens and work accordingly. Now, let's see the difficult situation. Now, this is a phacomorphic glaucoma. If you would do it otherwise, it would lead to an Argentinian flag sign, and that would be a difficult situation to manage in these cases. Now you can see that we are centering the capsulotomy. Once we have centered the capsulotomy, this is the LRI. As you can see, this is the LRI, this is the primary incision, this is the secondary incision that has been made. This is the capsule. Look at this capsule and the AC depth. So it shows that the capsule, it is a case of phacomorphic glaucoma. This is the arcuate incision that you are increasing. Now just watch once we are pressing on the capsule. This particular case, see there, the small, just watch this when we are, can you see this? Just watch here, just watch here. Look at that. This was like a mini explosion, as you saw. The patient was, I'll just go back again, you see this huge amount of detergescence and you saw this fluid that was coming out. So because you are working on a closed chamber, therefore the runoff of the rhexis is not there because it is totally maintained. So you can see in this particular case, you will see here that the rhexis comes out very easily in this particular case. So you can see the rhexis is out, and one can go ahead and do the surgery and finish it off. This was a crystal lens that I put in this particular case, and you can see post-operatively the patient is doing very well. Now again, if you look at the Catalyst system, if you look at white cataracts, this is being done, and again you get the OCT image. That's not a phacomorphic, but see, this is the capsulotomy. The fastest capsulotomy that you have, it takes less than 1.2, 1.4 seconds with the Catalyst system. And now you are working your way forward as things go on. As you look at the whole procedure that is being seen, the nucleotomy or the nucleus fractionation is only showing now. This is the LRI that you have, is only showing now because of the simple fact that a white cataract you cannot do. But look at the ease of the separation. There is only a small area of attachment here which you are just being careful, but you can see it's a fantastic round capsulotomy that you have in this particular case of a white cataract in femtolaser. Now, we'll show you a femtolaser in a rock-hard cataract, a rock-hard cataract which is not white, where you can focus on the back part of the nucleus. You can see this is pre-cut. This is the capsulotomy that has happened. Now you can see that the capsulotomy comes out pretty well, and there is hardly any problem in removing the capsule. Now, what I want to show you is this does not have nucleus softening, but this has the cracks that have been done, and you will see the ease. Just watch here. It is being held, and just watch here. Can you see these bubbles that have come out? So what does this mean? This means that there is the penetration posteriorly, and you see that this was pretty well chopped, and the effective phaco time that you use in such hard cataracts, again see this is already pre-chopped. Can you see this? So you can remove very hard cataracts with a femtolaser, because the femtolaser can penetrate brown cataracts or even black cataracts, provided it is optically clear, and it will definitely reduce your surgical time that you have in such cases. So this is day 1 post-operatively. Now this is the case where we are looking at a fibrotic capsule, and you have to use trypan blue in such cases because it's a very bad fibrotic capsule. Can you see this is all fibrosis, post-traumatic case. If you were to do it otherwise, the rhexis would never happen properly. Can you see these adhesions? Are these adhesions clear? Now you can see that the laser has cut it very well, except for a postage stamp type penetration. This is all fine, but there is a little adhesion here, and there is a little adhesion here. So you can see that if we are little careful, we are able to get a perfectly round capsulorhexis, even in a case of a fibrotic capsule. Now see here again, the dark stain is the fibrosis, and we go back from the other side, and there are perforations that are already there. So if you are gentle, then you can get a complete capsulorhexis there. So white cataract, fibrotic capsule, and you can go ahead and complete the femtolaser assisted procedure in this case. Now this is a case wherein a patient had a trabeculectomy done earlier. So you see can you see this? This is the trabeculectomy bleb. Is that visible? So once you are working on such cases with a liquid interface, you can go ahead and work with such cases also. And this is the normal process. This is the docking, as you can see, verify fluid level. The OCT comes into play, and can you see this? This is the bleb, which is showing you on the OCT. And now you can see that we are doing the imaging, and we will LRI, primary incision, secondary incision, and now you can see that we are now firing. And this is the capsulotomy that has gone on unevenly, and the nuclear fractionation that is going on unevenly. And I'll just, can you see this? This is the end of the procedure. I'll just go on to show. So post-operatively, you can see that there is no problem. You have a free-floating capsulotomy. This is the trabeculotomy bleb that you had, and you can go ahead in these cases. This is a posterior polar cataract in this situation, where again, I'll just want to show you one particular thing. Dr. Chitra talked about posterior polar cataract, but just see this is being docked, and fluid is verified, and this is the OCT image that you get. Now what is important in such case is, look at this. I'm just pausing it here. Can you see this defect here? Is that visible? This where my cursor is, can you see this defect? So there is a clear-cut defect in the posterior polar cataract. That means that this is definitely going to give you a vitreous loss, or there is going to be a rent. So what we do here is that the normal phaco safe zone that we have, we will move this up. So I'll just show you. So you see I have moved it up. Can you see? So we have left behind a bigger cushion. If you can see, the cushion that has been left is much better. So this is the situation as you have after the femto has been done. and you can see that the capsulotomy comes out very neatly. You don't do any hydrodissection, and you can see that we will be able to remove all the 4 pieces without any problem, without doing any hydrodissection. There is some amount of pneumodissection that has been done, and you can see that we are able to remove all the 4 quadrants in a posterior polar cataract. You can see it's a dangerous posterior polar cataract, and I'll just show you towards the end of it that the PCR will appear. So you can see we have done this. Now we will remove the epinucleus gently. Now just watch. You can see that there is the defect. We have put viscoelastic, and now when finally we have tamponaded the rent, can you see this? See, this is a rent which is, can you see, this is all through a rent. And now we are putting in a 3-piece lens into the sulcus, not into the bag. And just, so therefore, because you have a strong anterior capsular support, you are able to get through in a posterior polar cataract very easily using this whole thing. The other advantage of a femtolaser, which I do not have a video, is the use of femtolaser in, just see this. Can you see this line? And this line, so there was a rent that happened, but we were able to get it through. Now the final thing that I'll wish to say is that we can use femtolaser in subluxated cataracts, or if there is a vitreous tract coming forward, because it cuts through very well, and doing a capsulotomy in a subluxated or an ectopia lentis is one of the problems which we can take care of. So finally, I would say that femto cataract is the way forward. It definitely is a fantastic tool which gives you an image, and accordingly you can plan, and you can plan to do it in difficult situations, and it gives you good results in difficult situations. Thank you very much for your kind attention.
Thank you, Dr. Mahipal.